What's up, YouTubers? Today I'm going to be talking to you about UPS Driving School Part 2. This is going to be all about the on-the-road and the simulated driving area. This is pretty much nothing to do with the school itself besides whenever you're in the truck. So I'm going to talk to you about, like I just said, the simulated driving area and the on-the-road portions of it. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the simulated driving area, because there's a lot more to that. There's a lot of things that can fail you. There's a lot of things that you're going to be doing. And that's really what I found to be the #1 thing to really fail people, besides uniform inspections, and that was on a separate video. So I'm going to go ahead and start out on this. The first thing you're going to want to do is when you walk up to the truck, they're going to ask you, what do you need to do? So you're going to walk up to the front half of your truck, and you're going to lean down and scan a tread to tread. What I mean by that is you're going to look at your passenger wheel, and you're going to scan from your passenger wheel on that tread pattern to your driver wheel on that tread pattern. And what you're doing is you're looking for debris, seeing if a dog's end up underneath your truck. I know that you're out of school, so none of that's going to actually happen. A child or something, or anything that could be underneath your truck. You're going to check any of that stuff. That's the purpose of that. Whether or not you're actually going to use that, honestly, the only time I would ever use this in real life occasions is if you're out of school. Makes sense. Or if you're out of a neighborhood that has a lot of children. Those are the only times I would really, because you're not going to have time to besides that I would really check these things. The second thing is whenever you get in the truck, they expect you to use 3 points of contact. So what I mean by that is you're going to have like a little hand bar on the corner. You're going to grab that. You're going to put your foot up on the step. That's considered 3 points of contact. So that's what they want you to use getting up into it. And as soon as you get into the truck, you need to hit your key fob. The key fob, it starts the prime on the truck because this is a diesel truck. So hit the key fob and holster your diode system into the holder in the truck. So do all that at the same time. Once you get into the truck, you're going to go ahead and buckle up. Do not ever start the engine before you are buckled up. Instant termination right off the bat. So buckle up, start the engine. Once you've done that, check your rear view camera. Make sure nothing is on the back bumper of your vehicle that you're in. And then you're going to drop the emergency brake and put it in drive at the same time. I know this sounds weird, but the way they have it set up is your drive is typically right here. You're going to pull it down, and the e-brake you're going to push down, and it kind of is like a standard e-brake. So you're going to do those at the same time. Those are the things they want you to do whenever you're doing this. Once you've done all of these things, you're going to do a left, left, left. So you're basically going to hit your left blinker, left mirror, and left shoulder. The reason why you check your left shoulder is because it's a long, very long truck, and the mirror has a lot of blind spots. You're in a box truck, so you can kind of hang out of it. It's not like my current truck right now. So you can hang out of it and check all your blind spots. Make sure nothing's there. Make sure you're not about to run something over. Those are the things you're going to do whenever you're doing the driving course and you're getting on the road. You're going to do all of this same setup both times. So basically, whenever you get done with that, the trainers are going to be rushing you the entire time that you're trying to do the simulated driving area. You're going to have you're going to have like a private house, a residential. You're going to have a UPS pickup drop box. You're going to have a dock that you got to back up to, and then you have to back into a narrow sections of cones. My bad. Lost my thought there. So then you have to back into a narrow section of cones. And honestly, you're not going to pass. You're not going to get through all of it. They say you have to get through it all in 9 minutes. Nobody I was in the course with finished ever. I think I was one of the main people that got through most of it. And I had like 4 or 5 sections of the course that I had gotten done, because they have like 5 trucks on this tiny course at the same time, and there's no way possible to get it done in 9 minutes. So ignore them on time. They're going to be on your butt. They're trying to make you make mistakes. They're not there to help you. They want you to fail, because if you fail during that, you're going to fail during life whenever you're actually trying to be a UPS driver, because it is very, very stressful and it is very, very hectic. So if you can't pass that, whenever you're under stress and somebody's riding your butt, you're not going to pass in UPS. So those are the things that they're really going to be on you about. And so you're going to go to your stop, whatever. You're going to pick your boxes out of the back half of the truck and make sure you close the bulkhead door. 2 people I was with did not close it. They took all the boxes, or as many boxes as they could, and threw them outside the truck. So then you have to like hurry up and pick up the boxes and do a whole bunch of crap. I mean, it's just make sure you close the bulkhead door. Make sure it is fully closed also, because they will open it up if it's loose and you didn't shut it all the way. And then once you're doing that, go out, deliver your package, come back into the truck, and follow the first 8 steps all over again. So you're going to want to check your tread-to-tread, 3 points of contact. You're going to want to hit the key fob, holster the diad, then you're going to start, buckle up, start the engine, the whole system, left, 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 drop the e-brake, put it in drive at the same time, all that crap all over again. So those are the things that they expect of you. And basically any of the first, pretty much any of the first 9 things that I said about were the check, tread-to-tread, and buckle up is the number one that's failed most of the people. Buckling up is probably the number one thing that's going to make people fail. But basically any of the first 8 things that I said will fail you. The reason why I say you have to do tread-to-tread and you have to do the left blinker, left mirror, left shoulder is because they put what they call little Timmies near your truck when you're not looking, or you're getting your package or anything like that, because you're always getting it through the passenger side. So little Timmies are plastic mannequins basically that they stick next to your blind spots. They'll put in front of your hood. They'll do whatever they can. So if you don't do a tread-to-tread, you're not going to see little Timmy in front of your vehicle, and when you pull off, you're going to run them over. Instant DQ. If you don't look at your left blind spot right here of your shoulder, and he's there, and you run him over, instant disqualification. So check for those things, because they actually do these things, and they try to mess with your head, and they try to rush you and make you fail. So really, really just be safe is the number one thing. Don't listen to them about time. I know they're going to probably say, hey, don't listen to this person, but don't listen to them about time, because you're not actually being timed. They're making sure you're safe. So now that we're done with this, I'm going to go over a couple of things on the road, and then the next time, in just a second, I'm going to be on the highway, and I will actually do a visual portion of what you're going to be. I'm going to show you what I see, and then I'm going to call things out just like you would be on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start on a little bit of things. Oh, and also in the simulated driving area and on the road, 2 hands on the steering wheel at all point in times. Do not ever take your hands off the steering wheel. It's not really a failing thing. If you do it a lot, I'm sure they will. But I have a bad habit of taking, my right hand off the steering wheel because I'm used to manual vehicles and stuff like that. So it's a bad habit. So just make sure you put 2 hands on steering wheels at all points. The first thing you want to do whenever you do your over the road driving portion is the first 8 off the last thing I was just talking about checking tread-to-tread, 3 points of contact, all that stuff as far as getting up into the truck. Do that every single time that you get into the truck. Let's see. Call out intersections, and then following by the intersections, if it's all clear, check one of your mirrors. Just say check mirror. Checking mirror, mirror's clear. Call out all street signs that have anything to do with you. Don't call out like historic district or some stupid crap like that. Call out speeds and your current speed at that time. Keep a safe distance from vehicles. I would say 2 to 3, probably 3 to 4 cars while you're in the testing behind. And then whenever you go up to say a stoplight or something like that, I would keep about 1.5 to 2 car lengths behind somebody else. If you're at a stoplight, that way if they do break down, you can get around them without having to back up. So call out crosswalks, honk for people, eye lead time, stale green lights. And now here's the one thing that everybody kind of wants to hear: anything that will disqualify you in the driving portion of it. I'm not 100% on all these things. I think it's more so on your instructor than it is the school itself. If you hit a curb, disqualification. Do not come to a complete stop at a stop sign, anything like that, disqualification. Lack of use of blinkers, disqualification. Seatbelt, I know for a fact that one's true. Speeding, crossing the lines, which is what I mean going into the other lane and coming back. If you do that multiple times, that's disqualification. Running a red light, not calling things out when you're supposed to be, and just overall a bad driver. So we're going to go ahead and head onto the road, or I'm going to go ahead and head to the road and give you a on the road idea of what you're going to be calling out. I'm going to do about a 1-minute call out and kind of explain the reason why I'm calling these things out. So I will see you in just a second. Alright, so we're on the road now, and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on what to call out, the reasons why I'm calling them out, and just kind of an idea of what you're going to be doing when you're on the road process. So the first thing I see here that you're going to want to call out is the road work ahead sign. Always make sure you call those things out if there are some, because that is very, very important to them. So now I'm coming up to a speed limit is 40, and now I'm going to say speed limit is 40. I'm going currently 45. You're not supposed to be speeding, but that's what I'm going currently. So now I'm going to kind of get on the portion of, you know, intersections, calling out things like that, hazards, anything of that sort. So right is now currently a hazard because they're coming out at me from the right intersection. Left is clear, left is clear, left is clear, and left is clear. So call out every single point of entrance onto the road. Right intersection is clear, left is clear, left is clear, left is clear, left mirror is clear. Sorry about that first one, I forgot to announce the mirror portion of it. So I'm coming up on another one. Left is clear, right is clear, right is clear, left mirror is clear. Coming up another one. Left is clear, right is clear, left is clear, left mirror is clear. So call out every single point. I'm going, speed limit is now 30. I am going 30. So call out every single point that you see. I mean, speed limits, it doesn't matter if it's the same speed limit, call it out. There's a person right here. If you're in the UPS truck, you're going to hit your horn real lightly twice to let them know that you're coming up on, coming up near them. Speed limit is 30. I'm currently going 30. Right is clear, right is clear, right is clear. Even if it's a driveway, call it out because it's a point of entrance onto the road. Another person there, so you're going to want to hit the horn. I'm not going to do that because then it kind of freak people out. But make sure you always hit the horn for pedestrians. They're really, really keen on those things, especially bicyclists that's on the bike lane or anything of that sort. You see there's a crosswalk ahead. There's signs right here showing me that. Call that out. Say crosswalk is clear, left is clear, right is clear, left is clear, left mirror is clear. So do all those things as you're going through a town. I'm coming up on a red light. Anytime that you come up on a green light that you did not see turn green, you are going to announce stale green light. My stopping distance, or my stopping time, is going to be here, and you call out basically a point of where if you pass that point, then you're basically going to run it. And if you don't, if it turns red before you get to that point, then you're just going to stop. So those things are very, very keen on. You see this, I got a pedestrian just walking across an illegal area. So those things you're going to really want to call out. And when you have your blinker on, say I'm turning right, blinker is on. So just, every single thing you're doing, call out. Speed limit is now 35. I am going 30. And just kind of announce everything you see. Anytime that you get up behind a semi or you're taking a corner and you can't, the line of sight is blocked for where you can see around the corner or you can see ahead of you, that is considered a billboard. Say billboard ahead or anything of that sort. Like currently I'm coming up on this hill, I can't see on the other side of this hill, so that is a billboard. I can't see any vehicles ahead, so that's considered a billboard. Call those things out. So those are all really, really simple things to do. It's not that hard, it's just harder to remember that you have to call it out. That's, to me, what was my biggest issue. Coming up on another crosswalk here. To me, that was my biggest issue, was to just remember that, hey, I got to call these things out and know that that is what's going on. So gonna turn you around real quick and finish this video off. So that is the part 2 portion of UPS driving school. I hope I helped you out as much as I possibly can, and I hope that my 2 videos have prepared you to go to UPS driving school. Like the other video, if you have any questions, comment down below. I will do my best. I'm pretty quick to respond on these things, but if I forgot something and you just went to the school, make sure you add it in, because you're going to have a lot fresher mind on what's going on than I am. So, but like I said, hope it helped you, and best of luck to you. My next video will actually be on what it is actually like working for UPS as a new driver, because it is definitely not what you think it is. So check in on the next video, and thanks for watching.